work with people and they tell me on average, it's probably like when they tell me that they didn't listen to their gut, it's like 80 to 90% of the time they would have been right on average. That's kind of my sample from talking to people for many years now.
And it's also often the biggest source of regret for people because they
Yeah.
feel like they really knew it. And if they had just listened, they could have done something brilliant and they were tapped into something, but they didn't listen. And that's a huge source of pain in poker. Is like, I mean, obviously not being tapped in is a huge source of pain, but being tapped in and not listening might be even more painful.
Yeah, dude, the pain is real, right? The regret of not listening to your instincts and then finding out that it would have been right is devastating.
Yeah.
And it kills your confidence, right? Because what I hear a lot is people saying like, am I good enough? I don't know if I'm good enough. But that's a much different question from do I know enough? Right? So do I know enough? Man, almost everybody who works hard at this game knows enough to make it far. But are you good enough? That's a completely different question, one that is based on how well you're able to just trust yourself in those huge moments where you feel you're just like I feel it, something's off, right? Can you trust yourself and trust your feeling more than this hypothetical thing that you studied 2 weeks ago? That's the real question.
And I think that's why we all love the game. It's because there is this element of mystery to it still that can't be solved away. And I love that it exists. I mean, I've been at tables actually in the last year where I've heard things like from other players about, that hand was played incorrectly. Like you're supposed to do this because of what the solver engine says. And I think it's a real danger to poker if we take away and kind of solve out this element of discretion and judgment in the moment and remove that element of presence that makes the game so beautiful and dynamic.